Tight end is perhaps the most versatile position in all of football. They're pass catchers and pass protectors, run blockers and special teamers. Last year, Boise State's tight ends were largely underutilized by Robert Prince's offense, but this year that won't be the case. Here's a closer look at that group in my latest On Your Sidelines position preview. 20 catches, less than 200 yards, 0 touchdowns. To say Boise State's tight ends were ineffective last year would be an understatement.
We have a little chip on our shoulder about that. We're trying to come out and prove and show that we can be big assets in the offense, and I think the coaches realize that.
The new staff brings a new mentality to the tight end position, one similar to when Brian Harsin was the offensive coordinator.
I think those guys are catching on to that kind of mentality that room has to have, and it's very unique. I mean, they're not dropping out of helicopters and popping out of holes on the field and things like that right now, okay? So let's just get that straight. They're still playing that position, but you know what? If we want to do that, all right, we're working towards getting some of those type of things in there.
We're able to do a lot more stuff. We're able to have 1, 2, 3 tight ends in the game and shift and motion and get back to throwing the ball vertically to us downfield.
It's not about if we're in or not in, or we catch touchdowns or we don't. But if we're supposed to block, we better block our brains out. And that's, to me, just as important. It may not be in the newspaper and all that, but the bottom line is if 11 people aren't doing their job, then it doesn't really matter. So if we're asked to block defensive end on protection and make sure that Matt Miller catches a touchdown, by God, we're going to get the job done.
Tight ends coach Eli Drinkwitz says his first goal was to narrow the 8-man group down to a top 4, and he's still working on that goal. All 8 players have received first-team reps in practice.
I see 8 guys that are really hungry, trying to impress the coaching staff wanting to play, and that's all you can really ask for.
Right now, they've kind of been, everyone's doing everything. They haven't really specified it but we have a lot of guys that, all offer different aspects of the position. So everybody wants, to get a shot, so it's bringing the best out of everybody.
Redshirt freshman Jake Rowe may be the most talented member of the group. Expect him to end up in Drinkwitz's top 4.
He's a little bit undersized, but he's finally started playing with extreme effort and playing with technique, and very proud of him.
Fellow redshirt freshman Alec Danins has looked good in his recovery from a torn labrum. Connor Peters is the lone senior at the position. Juniors Holden Huff and Jake Hardy also bring game experience, and Hardy is now on scholarship after 2 years as a walk-on.
It's a great accomplishment, but it doesn't change anything. I want to always go out there and play with an edge, like Coach Harsin says, and play with a chip on my shoulder. And so I'm going to go out there and shoot every day like I was a walk-on.
Sophomore Brennan Dunn and true freshmen Chase Blakely and David Lucero round out the group.
If you want to be counted on, you have to be able to handle some information. And so they're expected to know a lot. They're expected to line up in different ways and shift, and then they're expected to go with a 240-pound defensive end. So it's not an easy job, but they signed up for it. They're going to get it done.
If you like what you saw and want to check out more Boise State position previews, I've got good news for you. You can find them on our website, IdahoOnYourSide.com.